And into third place. Marco looking, not seriously looking up the inside.
Like this year, hasn't he? Not what we expected from the Argentinian. Kicked off the year. Martinez has crashed out as well, unfortunately. Big shame.
This thing's reversed.
Can. That was sensational.
Okay, right, it is the 54.
Here with a 5th and a 4th place finish. He got his first podium in Le Mans race 2.
That's very quickly, don't they? You go from, you know,
fastest rider of the race
lap
to the gravel.
Yeah. Veda Pratama that still has the advantage, but only just. The white helmet of Capuccio.
He's not been on the podium since, but this is what we want to see from Morelli.
Yeah, yeah.
Underbar racing for you, isn't it? They cross the line this time. So 7 laps to go. Official
in second place. Then Brian Iriarte in third. Down the hill they go. Had 2 wins last year, and we want to see him on the top step of the podium. And Brian desperately tried.
Well beyond half race distance now.
Absolutely superb stuff. It's 164 kilometres there, 102 miles away. They get up to 100. Trying to keep his KTM off the green stuff there as he chases Morelli away from the first corner.
And of course, and it's Iriarte still in command, Peter. Where is
94 kilometres an hour before they scrub off speed into the left-hander here.
Him and Morelli came to blows back in Sachsenring, didn't they? And look at the gap then with the chasers. Danish still been pushed back a little bit, back to 8th.
Climbing the hill in 4th gear, all the way up here in 4th.
Can't push in, just cut across the are on it. They are gonna catch them, I think, Peter. It was position there then. He's now behind Ramadipa then in 7th as Morelli gets moved wide by front of Iriarte. Sorry there, Peter, that was so close. They're being ultra brave through there. But look at Gonzalez, just 6/10 of a second as they come across the first intermediate split there. So I think that's it. Pratama.
Yeah, Pratama's, yeah, he's got his serious face on now, hasn't he?
He's waiting to pounce on a bunch of these riders that are coming down the waterfall. They fan out 3 abreast towards the leading pack. Have been caught officially. Fastest rider on track is that rider there.
You know, he's not mucking around anymore. He knows that he's got to finish in front of Brian Iriarte.
It's the penultimate curve. Iriarte up to the inside. Capuccio doesn't want to give an inch, but he's forced to. He cuts number 7 of Beñat Fernandez.
And of course, that group of 5 punches a big hole in the air, and that he's going to keep these cup hopes alive.
Well, back up the inside, they go off the track, over onto the black stuff, in towards the final corner. Iriarte
drags the other guys into the slipstream very effectively. So it's Brian Iriarte who takes up the lead. Inside line.
Looking up the inside into turn 8. This is where we saw Beñat. He has to give away and move back down into 3rd place.
Yeah, he went from 1st to 3rd just from Veda Pratama.
So heavy on the brakes, and it's really steep downhill into turn 4 there. Fernandez and Christian Daniel go down. Such an inviting corner. Such a weird line.
On the scrub and the brakes into the left-hander. That's Capuccio that leads again. And
you can see the rear wheel of Iriarte is just popping off the ground momentarily. To go into it's cambered as well, isn't it? And very, very odd. Oh,
look at that. That's different.
Yeah, you see.
Still 15 laps to go. My goodness, I don't know how heart rate will stand this. Up the inside.
As they now come into the fastest sweeping section as Guillaume Plonk, first rider to have different line choices. And wow, Morelli had to check up there. He's lost a big place there to Mitani. That was a...
It's the number 11 of David Gonzalez who has a look.
Oh, someone's down in the background. A long lap penalty for exceeding track limits. He's at 20th spot at the moment. That'll move him down, likely to... Bit of an error, really, from Morelli, just going that far inside. He really didn't anticipate the other...
Who has the advantage over Capuccio in the white helmet? Gonzalez is in 3rd place.
Last.
Right, and as you were talking about, you know, using up your tyres too much, these
riders just completely chopping the front end of his bike off.
No, that's right, and Gonzalez picked up the inside line.
And you got Morelli in there as well, Peter. Where did he come from? How'd you do that, Marco?
Well, these are really superb tyres. They do drop off. The performance does fade away slightly, but it's very on Pratama there as well to take 2nd place.
Wow, Well, you've woken up, haven't you?
That's right. Of course, he didn't come. He was pit lane start yesterday, but that's very predictable. So the guys can feel what's happening, and usually doesn't give them any.
Gonzalez just going a bit wide, and there Pratama doesn't need a second invitation, does he?
It's a penalty. He started from 15th, his qualifying position today, but still 15th. Nasty surprises. It's Brian Iriarte that leads, but up the inside now, it's David Gonzalez. Yeah.
Instant between Benya and Christian to be reviewed after the race.
Fifth kind of thing. Right, so it is Iriarte on the 51. Carpucci is there on the number 11 into second place.
I think I saw Christian Daniel pushing Marco Maurice, so clearly a bit of a collision going down on the gravel there.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see the white helmet 17 around the outside. Gonzalez inside in third place.
Really rather wide there in towards the penultimate turn. And there we have the wheel.
Now, I wonder whether Gonzalez, Pratama and Iriarte can break away here. These guys have got the pace.
Christian Daniel Jr., the number 70, up into 8th place as well, just off the back of the leading Vin. Riders trying to avoid the other riders catching too much of a slipstream. Morelli up the inside of Daniel again.
They qualified 1, 2, 3, and Ibinisiv, Mitani, Morbidelli and Koken
group then. So a lot of the riders who maybe had a little bit left in the tank come and just slots it there, goes a little bit wide onto the green then, so he might himself have a track limits warn and
go with them.
Gonzalez hasn't actually been on the podium since after the end of free practice and qualifying. Look a lot better here today as we see Morelli now moved up into third. But they have officially been caught by the others. They've now got Carpucci on their tail. Carpucci moving up the inside, potentially certainly. Mugello race 1 where he was second, but he was fourth last.
Yeah. I mean, Morelli's a guy who you always think could win any weekend.
Of Morelli, but also potentially Daniel as well. Not quite, as we see Morelli get pushed wide now. Come out in Austria.
And an aggressive, superb aggressive move from him then to pass Veda Pratama, and we can. But it just doesn't come together for him. Maybe this is his day.
Morelli's becoming a bit of an enigma, isn't he? By Benyat Fernandez moving up the inside. Danish side by side with Morelli.
You can see that number 70, Christian Daniel, has got going again. Right at the back of the field.
Here's what happened. On his day, he is quicker than absolutely everybody in this field by a little bit of a margin, to be honest.
Well, that's
but
right.
Then in the background too.
So Iriarte leads from Gonzalez. I wonder
to him and Benyat, we might see it just out of shot. Yes,
we saw that at Assen last year.
Exactly.
But, you know, one weekend doesn't make a championship, does it?
No, but
now if Gonzalez has got with the fellow Spanish one, if the two Spanish can make a break.
Well, that was well on the way in. All riders conscious.
And he was determined, wasn't he? He said, you know, Chris.
There's no doubt in his talent, but he's got to keep that consistency. Can he do it today, Mr. No Plan B?
Right.